Likely to be a fantastic series because we have Orangepest, otherwise known as one of the best up-and-coming players in the world because he is grinding hard right now. And his teammate Barton, who is, of course, one of the best players of all time, although he's been a bit rusty for, say, the last half a decade. Who's he up against in the north? My co-caster for the day, Kimbo Mad Slice.
So in the north we've got the German, I believe the leader of Tier clan. We got Thoton as Soviets. Don't really know much about him, but I know a lot about his partner, which is Opportunity Cost. I have played him in my 1v1 tournament, and he proved himself to be a great player in 1v1. Yeah? Yeah. And in 2v2 I haven't seen him yet, so I'm curious how he's gonna perform as Brits on north side of Crossing in Duels.
Fantastic map as well. Pretty damn well balanced. We've got, of course, mixed factions ultimate team tournament, but we've got early commander picks for Axis, and Barton, as ever, one of the originators of the famous sniper first strategy. Him and Captain S Prize, 2 bowls, and it's a good job I've got a Polish compatriot casting with me today. Talk about the commander picks for me, Kimbo.
The commander picks for this map for Austria is gonna be Elephant. Kinda obvious. Obviously very good. For Orangepest we have already locked in a Stormtrigger commander. I believe mainly for the heat rounds, not for the Stormtrigger actually, but it's gonna be interesting. OKW doesn't really have great 2v2 commanders, I would say, so this could even be my choice of 2v2 commander for OKW.
Yeah, it's certainly looking like that's meta right now. We've seen it in so many of the games so far. It just surprises me that Barton in particular didn't go for anything more non-meta than that. But he's mellowed out a little bit in his older age, it would seem. Pioneer's looking low as the Tommy Horde goes forth. Grenadiers just trying to cause a distraction, but the focus fire is strong from Opportunity Cost.
Yes, pushing hard. They actually pushed off the sniper straight away, so that's going to stop Oscar now significantly. Now on the left with that Sterns approaching in like a bad position actually. They gotta retreat now. And 2 bolts behind heavy cover. Probably gonna get suppressed and have to get away there.
Well, fortunately for them, the sandbag wall stopped the suppression, but it did not stop the damage from the mighty conscript army of Thoton. Meanwhile, in the east, Grenadiers have been dealt a lot of damage, but the sniper's beginning to open up with 3 kills. We've got Opportunity Cost trying to get round the log pile to get away from the DPS dealer, because here he comes. But his arch nemesis and rival is on the field. We've got to keep that Faust wall in place.
Yeah, that UC is going to be looking for Opportunity Cost to dive that sniper, but I believe Barton out of all the players is gonna be protective here with his Faust.
Looks like that way for now. It's a good synergies from Barton as he's trying to push the east. We've got the 1v1 in the west though, with Orangepest starting to push in. The Maxims from Thoton's going to have to be very busy indeed.
Yeah, he's actually walking off the fuel, I don't know why. Maybe he senses that the 2-1 is coming, so he doesn't want to risk losing that flavor fire. Engineer, sorry.
Big shout out to Alpern in chat, who's had a good day in the tournament scene today. They looked like they might even have beaten the Korean Dream Team at one point in their series. But for a fleeting 15 minutes it seemed. Sniper continuing its onslaught. What do you think of Barton's sniper micro so far, Kimbo? Is he meeting the eye test?
Oh, he's definitely keeping it alive, which is the most important part. With that being said, he doesn't get a lot of kills, but he gets the map control, so he doesn't need to have that many kills.
Talk about crossing in the woods for me, Kimbo. You're a master 2v2 player. I'm very, very comfortable in calling you that. And
really?
it seems that crossing in the woods for me, it seems like 2 separate 1v1s. When do you converge? When do you start to work more as a team? When do you pull the trigger?
When you get opportunity to wipe something, or when you have a tool that's very good against your teammate's opponent, but that your teammate doesn't have that tool. Let's say like a Tegan support when your teammate doesn't have one. But mainly what I would focus on is making that one flank at one point in the game that would result in some kind of a wipe for to help my team out.
There we go. Got Annex Parrot in chat saying Stuve is a tool. That's not what Kimbo was saying. He was saying that he uses a tool to help Stuve. It's very different. Conscripts are coming in. They do not have an 18A, but they are pretending to. Meanwhile, we've got Tommies coming in from each side. You'll notice that Barton has been able to cap the east. It's now becoming a west-east split, the map. AC's out, of course, though. Tale as old as time. Brit meta and timings are so predictable.
The AC is going in actually for a 2-1. He's gonna get it. One last shot needed. And it dies. Bites the dust. Sniper is a little bit exposed. It's good. It's a little bit, yeah, very exposed, but they're not going for it.
We've got opportunity cost taking the most of this opportunity. He's pushing in from one angle, one big angle. That's the middle. And the Tommies are being backed up by the Universal Carrier, and they're pushing Orangepest back in a big way. Meanwhile, on the east, Grenadiers were able to push away the conscripts of Thoton. They've got to keep their cut-off, and they're currently losing it, so the sniper's going to have to get active.
Yeah, I actually like it because, well, the priority would be to not lose stuff against that allies' light vehicle swarm early game, but they lost it only a 2-1. Sniper's still alive and it's gonna bite more and more as the time goes on because it's gonna be harder and harder to dive it with all the stuff and packs coming in.
So of course, I know for a fact that in 1 versus 1 this map has a strong Axis win rate, especially from the south position. Do you think the same holds true for 2 versus 2, Kimbo? Do you consider it an Axis map?
It's probably just the side, to be honest. And if you consider that, then I would probably say I am feeling more comfortable on the south, whether I'm Axis or Allies.
Fair enough. It's all about the south then for Kimbo, as the Puma is looking for the AC. It does eat a heat grenade from the Royal Engineers. However, it's in the safety of the Sniper's loving tender arms. Opens up. AC's looking for the Sniper. Sandbag standing its way, but it does get the kill on the 2-2-1. Meanwhile, the Puma gets a parting blow for the AC, but the damage was done. Elsewhere in the west, we've got an attempted flank on the Maxim. They do... Oh, one trailing guy nearly gets pinned, but the squad does survive the pin attempt, meaning the Maxim is forced away.
Yeah, we've got Mortar coming out from Barton. Just a very interesting choice. I'm not sure what he needed it for exactly, but I'm thinking it's the map making him make that choice. We're gonna see how much he does.
Yeah, we'll have to keep an eye on that Mortar, Kimbo. I mean, it's not like Tommies have to be behind green cover anymore and static all the time. That used to be my old reason during casts to talk about the Mortar if you went it. just destroyed the cover, and then we had a double LNG pop in the heat of combat. Puma comes into play, so Barton still thinks it's 2015, Kimbo. He hasn't adopted his style of play even slightly.
Yeah. I would say so, because this is the reason for it. We got double Maxims from Thoton. I think it's a great choice, actually. There's not, like, Sniper would be picking those Maxims off, but the Sniper is not his side. So versus OKW, double Maxim on crossing out of all the maps is a strong choice, I would say.
There we go, we've got a stalemate slowly evolving, Kimbo, meaning we're going to be seeing who's got the bigger balls as the medium armor starts to roll out in the next 5 minutes.
Because Puma, a little bit of skirmish is always nice, interesting to see. I see this tournament, the skirmish between AC and Puma, for example, in a game between Artavik and Nogano, Artavik managed to kill Nogano's Puma with the AC. Other games, Puma kills the AC. It's a very interesting battle, I see.
here we go. We got Thoton with his T70 in the build. And his Maxim again facing north in a weird position. Look at this Brit push for opportunity cost. He's constantly poking and posturing for a penetration point in his enemy's defences.
Yeah,
Might not have found one. Go on, Kimbo.
Yeah, Artie, he tries to penetrate Barton, but Barton is, out of all the people, a very thick boy, so it's gonna be hard to do that.
He is indeed. Puma in a long-range battle with the AC, but it's going to be fine for now. Meanwhile, LMG Grenadiers do reappear, and you know, they're just going to try and get through the Maxim's defences. They do, of course, need the sniper, but it's constantly being pushed away. Only 13 kills, and I do say only. You possibly could expect it to have more, even in 11 minutes of play.
Probably. Probably do expect it to have a little bit more, but you know, I always say, if it's gonna get more kills but die, it's not worth it. Better stay safe. So it's good as it's a good sniper usage.
Garrison goes down to mortar support.
This man killed the left.
Yeah, it's doing well. Couldn't kill the Stern Pioneers though, and the Puma's now gonna want to give it problems. We do actually have 18 aids this time from Thoton.
Yeah, Thoton, as the Helpy Hands calls him.
Yeah. He mispronounces a lot of names, but I did just call mortar support, well, concentration barrage mortar support, so, you know, casters make mistakes, I suppose, Kimbo. We're not all gods, you know. We're not all gods.
Yeah, it's funny because he's like, you know, Thoton is like a somewhat of a top 2v2 player, and he can't pronounce his name.
Yeah, Hans does do that a lot. For somebody that is a professional Co2 player, the amount of mid-rank like players he completely mispronounces, he's like, opportunity cost, I've never heard of him. Cut to 1 month later, Helping Hands in a team with opportunity costs trying to get into a 2 versus 2 tournament.
Yeah, it's funny, it's like a little bit disrespectful when you can't pronounce your name, like who you are, like Thoton or who? Obviously, in all good meaning, it just probably doesn't put a lot of attention to pronouncing it.
Well, when you stream Co2 every day, I suppose you, you know, it's a different way of looking at the game than guys that do it for fun. If it's your job, you know, it's very different indeed. We've got the AC and the UC on the east side. Trench is being built for opportunity cost, so epic mobile gameplay, of course, which is going to be very fun to watch indeed.
Yeah, Raid Shadow Legends.
Gren's pushed away. More coming into the east side as the AC watches on. Command Valentine out, so we're sticking to, of course, meta, and it's a good tank because it's a call-in tank, Kimbo. It wouldn't be good if it wasn't a call-in, but it is, so it's good.
Yeah, like a mini Cromwell that comes faster. Call in instantly, you don't have to wait for it to be built.
Well, it has the same roles as T70, doesn't it? You know, every Soviet player goes T70 because it's a mini T34. So the Valentine is a mini Cromwell, so of course you're going to get a mini Cromwell, aren't you, Kimbo? It's like, that's why it's such a meta commander right now.
Oh, of course. And actually it's like easier to dive packs with the Valentine. Because it doesn't get snared first fast, which is huge. It's huge. It's like you can dive a pack past a Gren. You see only a Gren, you can just dive the pack past the Gren. You're not gonna get snared.
I didn't. I haven't always fully understood the pain of that, but I can truly get it. T70 might get the first Grenadier here. He gets it with the coaxial machine gun there. Puma's going to come in to ward it away, but the damage has already, of course, been done. We do have a pin on the conscript, but the Zis is in position to keep the Puma out of things.
Yeah. It goes pretty even as for now. Do you think any side has the advantage at the moment?
No, it's a stalemate. Well and truly is. I mean, of course, the Allies have better victory point count, but they're up against an Axis team that's surviving and have late game heavy tanks to fall back on. So anybody, we could just, you know, shall we start the game now, Kimbo? Doesn't matter. The first 14 minutes didn't count. What do you think?
What do you mean?
It's a joke. Never mind. Don't worry. Right, we've got more concentrated barrage with a concentrated devastation of Barton. He clicked the ability And Barton was well and truly clicked out of existence with that grenadier.
Oh yeah. And the packs actually get this recruit. This could be huge. Now the Orangepest rushing in with the Puma to support. That's gonna be helpful.
Just the threat of the LMG grenadier was enough to force opportunity cost away there, and now it's an opportunity lost because he could have taken it back maybe. Stern Panther is a referee for today's event, saying that surprised that the players went in without a break. Barton and Orangepest just jumped straight into things without taking the 10 minutes they could have taken. They're warriors. They don't care, Kimbo.
Of course, when you're a warrior, you're going for the victory. You don't care about no breaks. I mean, you probably should, because I think you should.
It's like those people that say sleep is for the weak.
Yeah.
Yet a human dies without sleeping 7 days, you know. So
yeah. It's all about
Tommy's pushing in.
energy.
It is indeed. You need that energy. You literally need it to survive. As we've got vet 3 grenadiers. That could be a wipe, Kimbo. That genuinely could be a wipe. Keep an eye on this one. However, one Tommy was forced away by the double LMG grenadiers. That was slightly off screen. People in chat don't understand why a pan down is great in 2v2 casting. That's why. Because there's that much happening on your screen at any one time. Snipers now up to 25 kills.
Stuka now hits the field for Orangepest. Last game, last series, I noticed Orange Stuka starting out slowly, but then gaining more and more accuracy.
This could be a big one. Is it accurate from the get-go? Conscripts, Maxims, and a bit of the pond. So, yeah, he's going to need... I did hear that on your cast, Kimbo. You were saying a lot of, you know, what I thought about on Elst. You don't Stuka the middle, folks already are dead. You don't Stuka the middle, you're going to have to watch this because the bloody Puma's going straight in.
Oh yeah, it is. AT guys there is pulling back though. Heat shells, actually.
How is that not a kill? Now the Puma's time to die. The AEC's going to sacrifice its own life for the British Empire. What a shot from afar by Barton. He saves the day.
Oh, the AEC point blank missed the Puma. Oh wow.
15 of Britain's finest on the west side, reclaiming that for Blighty. But good pack play by Barton. Best AT gun player ever, Kimbo. This is the man that won it Sunday night season 5 and brought it all the way back to Poland, all the Alienware technology, back in years ago. And he just played AT guns like, you know how the meta in 2v2 sometimes is like, build 5 AT guns? He did that in a 1v1 tournament and took everybody by storm. It was quite hilarious, actually.
Yeah, that's not my style, I guess, at least. Yeah, so what I was saying about the Stuka, like, it damaged the Maxim and causing it to retreat, which is already a good job, you know? Just retreating that Maxim through the out of the middle. So that's why you go for the... I was saying earlier series that you don't go for the middle infantry capping, you go for the support weapons behind the lines, covering the middle VP.
Exactly, yeah, it's a fantastic point you made earlier, and I've always thought the same, especially on maps like this. You go for the line behind, because then you might catch the retreat also. Second Stuka barrage, this could be a good one, but no, he goes for the central victory point yet again. Maybe, Kimbo, you could offer some coaching, perhaps? I know you offer it on your stream.
Depends if Orangepest has the money for it.
Puma going in, UC forced away. Flattery goes a long way, Kimbo. You know when you're being flattered, right? Or do you just enjoy it anyway?
I don't know. I'm being criticized a lot as a flattered. It's just like a mixture of things.
It's bittersweet, isn't it? This guy banned me in GCS2. Fuck him.
Yeah,
Puma's going in for the T70. It's forced away. We've got, however, a Zisgun with cloak. Opens up for that. Is it extra damage? I think it is.
I don't think. Maybe,
should be. Even if it isn't, let's rebalance the game. It should be. Command Valentine's coming in, but we do have Rakettenwerfers on the reversal path.
Teachers enabled. Now they're actually out.
Nice.
Nice micro by Orangepest, I have to say.
Yeah, he's a micro god. No, he is actually very good at micro. Of course, he did a lot of scrimming with Talisman last year, and a lot of, you know, super top secret play. He did become a top 50 in the world player, and you know, joining forces with Barton is a very interesting combination for certain. Sniper, 32 kills, watching on as the Tommies offer themselves for the slaughter, it would seem. Oh no, it's another concentration barrage, of course.
Yeah, that concentration barrage is 100 munition well spent.
Is it really? Did he not like these trees, Kimbo?
Yeah.
Is he going to reduce the oxygen count of his opponent, maybe?
Or just like obstructing his vision, maybe.
Here we go, Stuka barrage number 3. This time it is behind the lines. However, it does cut a silhouette around everything that was there except for the mortar, so no harm done. Yet again, Kimbo, we're waiting for those big late game heavies now to punch a hole in the resistance, because we have a stalemate in allied favour.
Yeah, both teams playing it well, I guess. We're going for that artillery count, which is gonna make the game longer and more dreadful, but it's the right choice in terms of like winning the game. You wanna win, you go for arty and crossing.
Main gun destroyed from a Katusha barrage on the Puma, nearly killing it. It does take out the MG34 that was sitting on the centre. Meanwhile, we've got Barton with a big push in on the east, and this is important, Kimbo, because the victory points are triple capped and they need to reclaim one very quickly indeed.
Yeah, they got a lot of VPs to work with though. So once the elephant comes out, the allies will have to make some plays, I believe. They can't just rely on holding those VPs forever, I feel like, because they will have... Axis will have the upper hand with the elephant on the field, I believe.
Just going to readdress the volumes. Of course, Kimbo and I did this on the sly. We'll keep an eye on the action until it goes into another lull, and then I'll readdress it rather. MG34 offers itself into the centre, but it's been pummeled right now. It is behind a sandbag for as much as that counts. Meanwhile, Ober's looking low. Orangepest needs to micro them the hell out of there by clicking the button. Will he do it in time? Just about. Just about.
T70 pushing down the middle with the Valentine. Not much there to stop it. The MG is about to go down, but just about survived.
Kimbo should be more audible relative to the mix now. Here comes the Stuka barrage. This could be a good one. Yes, it is indeed. It's a double swipe Stuka barrage.
Wow, yeah, that's what I'm saying. He picks up, as the game goes, he picks up the accuracy with the Stuka and wipes more and more stuff. Really good usage. Really good Stuka usage. That's what you need.
There we go. And conscripts on retreat. To be honest, Kimbo, I struggle to get hyped for Stuka barrages anymore, because to me they're probably one of the most important tools in 2 versus 2. It's like a forehand in tennis, or you know, the ability to cross a football in football. It's just the thing that happens all the time. Do you know what I mean? It's just an implement of the game, isn't it? It's no longer, oh, a nuclear Stuka barrage kills 2 squads. It's just like, oh, look at that, 2 squads died. What do you think about that?
Very interesting. I mean, let me process that.
I'm saying that Stukas aren't hype anymore because they happen all the time and they're wiping stuff all the time. I don't know. Is it still hype? Am I wrong?
I mean, it's like this game mechanic that it can do.
Oh, there's another Katusha barrage. Sorry, dude. Again, so maybe I'm just a Katusha fan. I'm a Katusha fan. That's my problem.
But the thing is that it's a very interesting game mechanic because it can do nothing, and it can do it's unlimited cap. It can like even wipe like 3-4 squads with one shot if you place it correctly. So it's like a very skilled unit. It shoots where you tell it to. It's a skill based, man.
Are you saying, Kimbo, that you have to point and click and sometimes drag and swivel 2
Oh,
operations. This is impressive stuff. How?
Yeah, pro players actually count and measure on the screen where each rocket is gonna land.
I'm no doubt, Kimbo, that you use advanced geometry and telemetry to work out your barrages. But talking of which, that was a fantastically aimed shot by Opportunity Cost. He was getting the Valentine in as well, and they take out the vetted Puma from afar.
Yeah, Orangepest getting a little bit too pesty with that Puma.
He got swatted like a fly in this case.
Yeah.
Another, well, that was actually another one in a row. I'm getting hyped now because they're doing it consecutively.
Yeah, it's starting to look like a moon north to the middle of the.
Certainly is. Looks like the moon. So they clicked the seeking ability, the 2 minutes of we're going to hold our territories and sit back whilst you can't do anything.
Oh, they did. And now, actually, I don't know why, but after Katyusha barrages, you get that gray ground, but after Stuka, you get that brown ground. Why is that? The craters are a different color after each.
They are, aren't they?
That's what they say. Like after
makes a
Katyusha,
moon.
you get the moon, and after Stuka, you get
Mars.
the Mars.
Yeah, Moon and Mars. With astronomy
Okay.
with Kimbo and AE. Grenadiers are going from the Mars to the Moon. The sandbag is the dividing line, isn't it, you know?
Yeah.
Or it looks like Zerg creep in StarCraft, you know?
Yeah.
Right, here we go. There's a Panzerwerf for you.
Yeah, it's like a lot of these support weapons in the middle, they're getting pounded by that artillery constantly from each side. MG's going down.
Here we go, Brumbear coming in from the east side. Barton's just chilling now. He's using the Grenadiers to spot for it, daring somebody to come into the way. But there is somebody that's waiting to come into the way. It is indeed the ISU 152. Of course, called the 152 because it's 152 tons, the heaviest armoured fighting vehicle of all time. Just a made-up World War II fact there, Kimbo. I do them sometimes to make life more interesting.
You do what you have to.
No, it is indeed 152 millimeters of quantified destruction. And it's getting absolutely pounded on right now by the double pack combination of Barton. He's actually bringing the Brumbear in for support. And don't forget, he has a Stuka bombing strike if he needs it. What a Stuka barrage that was! This is a good synergetic push by Barton. And he's also getting penetration.
Diving the Stuka, meanwhile trying to dive the Stuka and hits it. I think it got Fausted actually by the Volkswagen, if I'm not mistaken. Saved the Stuka just about. It hit it only once. Gives his life for nothing, but a good try from Opportunity Cost. If you look at the map, Barton's holding the line while Orangepest is kinda being locked out of his base sector.
Yeah, it seems like we've got a split west-east at the moment. And Orangepest is going to have to fall back onto Barton's position and push from there. But what an interesting yin-yang of attack that was. We had the push from Barton, whilst we had the rush from Opportunity Cost. More barraging on the centre, but all this medium cover is going to make the rockets less effective now. You're seeing Kamikaze in the west. Didn't kill anything, fortunately. Somebody's thinking Aerofield. He's a good commenter of decent analysis levels. Says we could be waiting for a King Tiger for Orangepest. Let's have a look. Looks like we've got all 3 base structures. So looks like we could be headed for that.
Yeah, I believe so. I mean, it's not that bad of a choice. I always struggle to fully utilize King Tiger with heat shells. It's always a great idea, but in reality it doesn't turn out so well, I think.
We've got a bit of pressure coming from the western side now. Opportunity Cost is setting up behind those trees, and he's using it as a launching pad to really punish Orangepest and keep him out of action. Meanwhile, Brumbear's climbing in its damage output. It's not got many kills though. It's more. Oh, there we go. Perimeter Overwatch has been called with a munitions point held and a triple cap. I tell you what, this could actually start to spell the end for our Axis players.
Yeah, if they can't hold to the elephant in terms of VPs, then they'll be in a world of trouble. But if they can hold to elephant, the Barton could carry this game out.
So Orangepest has the option to build a Sturm Tiger right now, but if he doesn't build it, it tells us, of course, he's going to wait until he can get the Königstiger. Sniper's just claimed its 50th kill. Everybody celebrate the half centenary of fatality for the sharpshooter of Barton in chat, please. We should make him a cake with like a pile of skulls as decorations. What do you think, Kimbo?
Oh, maybe. Oh yeah, because allies are really hard now, but they got their heavies out already, and Axis don't have the heavies out, so we gotta wait a little bit more to see their true colors in this game.
That Panzerwerfer was absolutely shocking in the middle. It kind of makes you want to bring it further forward. I know it's actually quite far forward to the middle. That was just unlucky, but oh no, he did. He did bring it as far forward as he dared. I take it back, Barton. It wasn't a good point at all. I'll shut the fuck up here. Raketenwerfer.
It's kind of long. You know, it's as far as it's considered safe, I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
But like Katyusha, for example, is always long range barraging for Thoton, sorry.
Brumbear, Grenadiers having to hold the line here, Kimbo. This is vitally important. Barton's also setting up behind the victory point. They're going to have to converge on this victory point because they're going to be out in no time. Nice wipe there by the 10-kill Brumbear, most likely, as the Königstiger is on the field. A knight in white shining armour. It's going to have to save the day.
The this gun is going to be in trouble soon, unless it takes out the Brumbear. It's marked. It has the vision. Oh, it repositions.
And the King Tiger takes out the Ziscun that was lingering for so long, trying to get the finishing blow. The Raketenwerfer finishes off the weapon. King Tiger pushing in. Stern Pioneers coming in for support. This could be it, but we also have a Comet out for opportunity cost. Don't forget, this on the rear.
Yes, hit shots from the... oh, there's actually a lot of AT guns, AT from allies to push the King Tiger back. I was thinking he's gonna go balls deep on that ISU and just kill it. Wow.
Yeah, it's pulled back just from the brink of disaster. Let's check out the army sizes right now. We've got 65 population cap for Orangepest. He really needs to rely now on this eastern side of the map to push. Obers with that MG. Go on, Kimbo. What have you seen?
Sexton keeps barraging the base. Like, it just keeps barraging the base all the time. Actually, 2 Sextons from opportunity cost. A little bit greedy. A little bit greedy in terms of artillery. Not enough AT, I would say.
Nice nade from the Obers in the centre. We've got rockets following up. Is it on retreat? Yes, it is! That was a nuclear barrage there. Fantastic combination.
Yeah. Actually, I was going to hurt. From Barton biting the dust there. And I was saying he barrages the base of Axis. The spec structures are like half health already for OKW. It's actually a little bit ridiculous.
King Tiger's done its job, and it's now got an elephant, but there's the artillery for you. Sniper's going really far into combat. Look at that. He's operating as a spy right now, as James Bond, the sharpshooter. Elephant, though, is getting spotted for, and that's looking for targets. What a push.
Yeah, they do what they have to do. I feel like allies tanks are wounded now, so that was a good extra damage output on them.
Just getting a bit of cinematic flavour right now, as you can see the burnt and scorched Mars landscape as the 2 German heavies are met by fierce allied resistance, as all the indirects are currently on recharge. Look at the victory point count, though. It's not looking healthy for Axis. They've got a long way to go.
On the conscripts. Oh,
Oh, they
doesn't give
part
a...
ways like the Red Sea there, just about. Oh, Orangepest needs to keep the central victory point. He can't afford to lose it. It looks like they've done that. Meanwhile, in the west, by the way, just in case you're wondering, we have a Maxim and a UC just watching and waiting for any sign of a flank.
Now, I like to often ask myself, if you were to play this game, what side would you like go into? Would you prefer to have Axis army or Allied army?
Right now, Kimbo?
Yeah.
Oh, right now, after that Brumbear shot, I'm going to say Axis. I'm glad I paused. But I wouldn't like the victory point count, Kimbo. That's the problem. Stuka Barrage didn't hit anything, unfortunately, but it did sound very cool. Oh, LMG Grenadiers. Oh, polished off. Barton with an epic carry this game. I'm so sorry, Orangepest, if you're hearing this, but the King Tiger's awesome, but Barton's played out of his skin. It's all positive about the poll. SU-85's getting pushed back. Elephant giving pressure as well. ISU-152 is a big lame duck right now because the Königsstieg is made out of Kruppstahl and hatred.
Yeah, it has to be said that Barton, like I would say, objectively carried this game, and he caused Brits to have no infantry on the field anymore because of the Brumbear, which is a huge thing.
55 kill sniper as well. I've always thought about this game as levels, and like a lot of great sports, Kimbo, I know this isn't a sport, but I like to pretend it is. It's my
It
hobby.
is a sport, come on.
For me it is. For me it is. Barton is one of the few players in this world that has ascended to the very, very top ranks, like the elite level, like Jesulin, you know, like Loveness, these kind of guys that have hit that top level, and sometimes they are spectacular to watch. They can just sit there and think, I used to be the best in the world, fuck you guys. If I want to play out of my skin, even if I've only got 9 fingers, I can still do it. And that's what Barton's been doing this game, in my opinion. Nice barrage, but it's only on the central victory point.
Oh, sniper getting low. Yeah, plus you always get sniped by like Asia mains, Loveness on the stream, so it's you know, you get the hardest opponents. So.
ISU 152 pushed in. The UC was taken out. Veteracy 3 were going for a sniper's kill in vain, it would seem. King Tiger, Elephant, Brumbear, double pack. Oh my, what a combination. But we do have a very important victory point count in the centre. A wasted Panzerwerf. And it looks like they've pushed in, and it could be for good.
Yeah, I would definitely prefer to be Axis at the moment. The 88 VP is more than enough to like hold it and like make 1 or 2 mistakes without losing the game. So I would feel more or less safe.
88 victory points for the Axis faction, not without its ironies there. Comet tank is getting pushed away. The packs bounce because the Comet's made of sterner stuff than that. Obers this time, now Orangepest is getting the picture. He's seen that the victory point count is very, very low, and he's keeping the Obers in a very nice kamikaze on the packs. Oh, just about caught that on camera. I heard it in my ears all my times playing FPS as a teenager. I can still echolocate sometimes. Right. Comet comes in. Conscripts, a meaty object in the centre. King Tiger's got some work to do. It's like a butcher right now, putting on his apron, Kimbo, and he's got some pigs to carve up.
Oh yeah, it's actually doing quite some work.
Here we go, rocket artillery tennis as they both lob rockets for days. And this isn't a cold war, this is very, very much a war gone hot.
Oh, before on the left side tried to maybe go for that low health Comet, but it hit the mine.
Pioneers from Barton. He's replaced all of his lost grenadiers with Pioneers because that is the meta of the VP tense battle. Kimbo, we're going to be in for a 1 hour, 10-minute bloody game at this rate.
No, I don't think so. I think it's gonna be crawling more or less slowly towards the end for allies. If I had to, yeah, I think so, because if you look at how allies carry on, they just keep rebuilding the infantry, throwing in the middle VP, and Axis are just, you know, doing the work with the vehicles. And vehicles are better than infantry, just as to be said.
I have to say, Opportunity Cost has played really well, but I'm not a fan of the double sexton. The second one hasn't even killed anything.
Very greedy build.
Yeah, very greedy. That's the best way to describe it, Kimbo, I agree. It can happen, though, of course. Get a little bit of confidence and you even dare to do not the most efficient build possible.
Yeah.
People may look at the King Tiger and notice it only has 13 kills, but that does not tell the full story of the day, because it has allowed the Axis players to gravitate around it. And Orangepest has played well with it. He's been just cautious enough while still doing damage. Sniper in peril, forced away. As now the Sextons open up on the Pioneers, who are trying to repair the King Tiger in the heat of combat. That's not the best idea. None of them have veterancy 3, of course. Only been built recently. And there's the rocket artillery to prove it.
Did he lose a squad? Did he lose a grenadier? Or am I...
He just lost a Pioneer.
Oh.
Kimbo checking out Pornhub on his second monitors.
Checking stats.
Fair enough. He is a pro. He is a pro. Sorry to doubt you, Kimbo. Sorry to doubt you.
Yes.
What stats did you see, my friend? What's the story of the day?
Let me peek once again because I forgot. Well, the stats just say that Brit player doesn't have a lot of infantry. But he has now. He rebuilt it.
Double Pax and Comet in a triangulation of terror as they're forced away. In the centre, the Obers are standing strong. This game is anybody's to play for. You get the sense that one big push could win it for either team. Oh, horrendous barrage there. Tommy's obliterated. Su-85 watches on from the cusp. But we've got the Axis just holding strong, Kimbo, and this central victory point has seen some shit.
Yeah, I think all these brawls, Allies are taking more damage than Axis each brawl.
Did you know that Thoton is a banned term in Twitch because it says thought, doesn't it? Elephant's getting dived on. T-34's going for the ram, but its engine cooks up and it kisses the elephant. Here we go, though. IL-2 coming down. Where is the plane?
I got it.
Oh, it's come from the other angle. It did absolutely nothing. Now the T-34's in a bad part of town. Meanwhile, in the centre, the elephant is in position. The packs are pushing up. Concentrated barrage is trying to get the Allies there, but it looks like their moral is at an all-time low.
Axis preparing to retaliate. Now the masterclass from Axis. All tanks, support weapons working in unison to just like a pin cut into Allies' body.
Sexton's smashing the moonscape right now, but the Comet was damaged. Meanwhile, we've got a push from the infantry. This could be important. However, there's a Stuka barrage for you. Only Royal Engineers remain. Conscripts now tagging in. Panzer IV's doing all kinds of duties. And here it comes a big Cromwell push, but it's launching itself at an elephant and a King Tiger. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear.
It seems like they're kind of desperate, even though they have 300 DPs. That kind of tells you the story.
Always needs to be a concerted effort, Kimbo, to take out those final victory points. You can't just throw the kitchen sink, because that's the way you're going to lose the game. You know, it always happens.
I actually came across Opportunity Cost as like a defensive player when he played against me. He would always like hold 2 VPs, but now he's diving all over the place. It just makes me think that he's like on a time crunch.
You mean he had to go to the supermarket or something, or feed the cat maybe? Hi, esports casting. Comet pushing in, Panzer IV in peril in the centre. Nice long-range shot from the Vet 3 6-pounder. Grenadiers have relinquished that central victory point, Kimbo. We're dropping down from 88 for the very first time in a very long time.
Yeah. Axis don't have a lot of infantry either, but they have they should be able to get that VP as soon as the vehicles are repaired.
Combat engineers and veterancy. Let's just take stock of our armies, Kimbo. I mean, Thoton He's got the T-34-76 and ISU-152, Vet 2 Su-85. It's not the worst army ever, is it? It's not bad at all. He's also got the M17 to shoot down planes.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
What do you think about opportunity cost though, Kimbo? It's not looking so great, is it?
It's not bad, but it's definitely worse than Soviet's army. I'm looking at Barton, terrific army. Looking at Orangepest, not bad.
Yeah, it's climbed back, but his infantry preservation still could be better. T-34's coming in possibly for another crazy ram. Yes, indeed, he's ramming the elephant, and now they're clicking in the IL-2. It's coming from this direction. Here's the big bombs from the sky above. Doing the damage and taking the elephant out of control. Vet 3 smashes into the flagpole. There you go.
Barton actually has the resources to rebuild that, but thanks to the recent change, he has to wait 3 minutes to rebuild that.
51 victory points. After an amazing comeback by Axis, it actually means that Allies look likely to win this right now. And Barton's starting to get a little bit haphazard with Grenadiers. He has, however, got a Panzerwerfer coming in also. But there's the ISU-152 from afar.
Yeah, the sniper's still alive doing work.
71
Oh, actually,
kills.
before flanking from the right side, he's flanking the... He's gonna go for the Katyusha maybe.
Katyusha abandoned. 1 in 20 chance for RNG bullshit to happen. And the ISU-152 is ready to open up. And misses. So a good bit of luck after some bad luck there. Brumbear causing all kinds of problems in the centre. But here comes... Nice Stuka barrage in the centre as well. But here comes the Cromwell to finish off the Panzer IV, showing its rear armour. We've got a big push in from a Panther newly built as the Brumbear makes its presence felt. Actually hits the ISU-152 at max range. Where is the central victory point cap, however, Kimbo? What do your Hawkeyes see, my friend?
Oh, I see no infantry to cap the middle VP. That's the problem. Actually, yeah, no infantry to cap the VPs.
A nice ram from the T-34, however the Panther survives with a damage engine. Vet 3 on the Brumbear, but the Sexton's opening up with pelting some huge long-range bombs at the stricken tanks. Meanwhile, in the centre, 2-man Obers push in. We had a Stuka dive bomb on nothing in particular. Here come the conscript army with Tommy's backing them up. Sniper now on his 74th kill. It's all going down. Perimeter Overwatch cooled down. Have they clicked the ability that will send them through to victory?
Perhaps. I don't know if it doesn't show like it covers the mid. Oh no, it does cover the mid VP.
Does indeed.
Orange
A little.
now rebuilding the Volksgrenadiers. That's gonna give him something to cap the mid VP as soon as he forces those squads with the KT.
King Tigers a little bit low now. The ISU-152 has bad intentions. A damaged engine also from a hero conscript squad.
Before going in again to the flank, flanking the Su-85. Huge play from Orangepest. That's gonna be a huge
Nice! And a big Stuka barrage at the same time as the 222 comes in for good measure. Meanwhile, Vet 3 6-pounder, however, on the tree path. The heat grenade from the Royal Engineers. This is all cooking off right now. Can the 222 escape the traverse? No, it can't. It's got to get around the rear angle. It's all going down. Got Sniper still watching on in the centre as the Obers throw their bodies on the line for the Reich. 6-pounder does take out the 222, but we've got the...
Obers getting obliterated by the Sexton in the mid VP.
Oh my god. It's like the Battle of the Somme at the moment.
No, they get... Well, that VP is actually decapped too.
Keeping themselves in the game on 12 victory points remain. But there you go. We've got the Panzer IV taken out by the Vet 3 ISU-152. That thing, by the way, has 32 infantry kills and a vehicle destroyed now. And those Sextons finally started to pay for themselves, Kimbo. It took a long time, but here they are.
KT now repaired, going in. Is it gonna be in time though? I'm skeptical.
Orangepest playing this like a MOBA, Kimbo. He only needs 1 unit.
Oh, he's gonna... Yeah, he's gonna neutralize the VP with the Stuka. So that's gonna buy them some time.
Yep, we've still got double-digit victory points just about. Stuka with the neutralisation as the King Tiger needs to get rid of this Maxim because the Volksgrenadiers have to keep the neutral victory point. Panzerwerfer with a very important barrage.
If Broombar Vatrina gonna be able to defend that mid VP, I'm pretty certain about it. With the elephant support, this gonna buy a lot of. Oh, the concentration barrage can actually. Oh, Vet3 getting going down on the mid VP now.
Everything's going down. Nice hit though from onto the pack from the Brumbear from afar. Veterancy 3 on that bad boy. Foch Grenadiers capping, and all of a sudden Barton is now pushing forward with the Pioneers, both repairing the King Tiger and allowing the sniper sight.
Oh yeah.
Look at that cap with the
armies. Looking at the armies right now, I think this might just about be Axis clutching it. Because
really?
Yeah, I think so. Look at the armies. Look at the armies.
I am looking at them. I tell you what.
There is SISU and AC-85 coming for the Soviet player. But those two sextons, I don't see them as like they can do a lot and they can do nothing during those situations.
Well, one of them's got veterancy 3 now, probably giving it increases the barrage range, and it's just hit the Brumbear straight in the face. Oh dear, this could be bad.
Yeah.
Fortunately, that was the last shell. King Tiger's back to health thanks to Barton's ingenuity with the 3 Pioneers. 4 actually. Who needs Grenadiers when you can just build crap loads of Pioneers?
Yeah, exactly. No, I mean, he needs some, like a Pigren to at least cap the VP.
Right. I tell you what, Kimbo, we've really got to take stock of ourselves right now. Just as the Axis are having a look at all the men they have remaining, because they've got a huge defence, because the enemy is at the gates. The enemy is the British and the Soviets. They've got a very small margin of error. They can't afford to lose a victory point and get it fully capped even once. They no longer have the Stuka ready to neutralise it either. So this is their last chance as a huge kamikaze throws itself on the line for the Emperor there.
Yeah. Comet now preparing on the right flank. I think it's with a Cromwell. Maybe gonna prepare for a big flank. Orangepest rebuild 3 Volt Grenadiers. Has a Maxim as well, so that's gonna give him something to cap.
Pack 40 forces its way forward because that's the kind of situation they're in now. And here comes the flank. However, the Elephant was able to reposition. Panzerwerfer offering itself as a decoy. Stuka's trying to go around and fear. Both rocket artilleries go out in unison. Meanwhile, the Elephant is trying to amble away, but it can't quite do it. The King Tiger does take out one of the 2 foes. We do have marked target now as well. Elephant can't traverse with its very limited range. Hero Cromwell gets around the rear side. Elephant's trying to show that big, juicy frontal armor, and it does manage to do it. Meanwhile, ISU 152 in the center. Foch Grenadiers are being martyrs for the cause, it would seem. King Tiger on the hunt. It's like Jaws.
Yeah, the Elephant actually missed the killing shot on the Cromwell. It's a big thing. King Tiger now pushing into the middle. T-34 is ready there. Maybe to ram it.
Can't believe the Cromwell got away with that. Here come the Sextons. The T-34 pushing in as well. Brumbear's in peril as the 80 gun rounds fire from above. The Sniper survives yet again. 82 kills. So much in the centre. If they cap and complete the cap, this will be game. It'll be an heroic game. Brumbear taken out. King Tiger watches on.
So this gotta be game. You got too much infantry in the middle and the Brumbear just going down.
King Tiger survives the ram attempt. That's all it's doing now, is surviving, as the middle victory point is capped, and we will tick down slowly. 1 tick once every 3 seconds will drip away, and we will see 1-0 for our Thoton and opportunity cost allied players.
Storm Tiger now. Ah, this is it. They can't do anything about the VP situation now.
King Tiger does survive, but Thoton and opportunity cost do not. What a battle that was, Kimbo. They battled hard and strong, and they're now going into game 2. Defeated men, but plaudits to Barton and Orangepest. Well played, sirs, and well done to Thoton and opportunity cost. And there you go.
Huge game.
332 viewers. I did steal 150 viewers off Kimbo Mad Slice, so please go to his channel and give him a nice follow if you aren't aware of his stream, because he certainly does offer a lot of great content.
Flattering.
It's just the polite thing to do. Let's have a look at the stats and see what's going on. Yeah, you can unban Thoton now. He came and said, "Mum, I'm on camera" halfway through the game. It's just you. I just have a habit. You have to ban the players sometimes if they're not aware of the that they're not meant to do that. But oh well. Anyway, let's have a look at the stats. We've got opportunity cost. Best unit was the £6. Kimbo, without looking, I want you to guess everybody's best units. This game, you've got 3 more to go. What was the most valuable unit for Thoton?
ISU 152.
Yes. And now I want you to guess Orangepest without looking. No, Orangepest. What do you reckon?
KT.
It was. You're cheating. Barton, what was it? What was it?
Yeah, the last one.
Yeah. What was it?
For what faction?
He was Wehrmacht, wasn't he, Barton?
Barton. Oh shit. Either Bruber or Elephant, and I would have to say it's gonna be Elephant.
Yeah, you got them all right, Kimbo. You've played this game before, haven't you?
Yeah, I played it a couple of times.
Now let's have a look at the damage scores. You can see that, yeah, it's pretty much what we saw. It was a pretty even game in terms of kills and losses. Barton certainly had a fantastic game, and he must be knackered now because he's not used to grinding the game anymore. It was a very special effort from him, I thought. There's the army values.
Look what Orangepest says in chat.
Oh, interesting. How did the ISU 152 die?
At the end, Elephant and KT doubled.
Okay. I didn't quite. It probably was on camera. I just didn't register in my brain, probably. That does happen. Points held. It's just crossing in the woods. Although it does show the tail that Orangepest obviously went down to Barton's side. You can see that in the graph at least. But that's all it says, really. And there we go. What time is it? We're coming up to 6 o'clock. I was going to do some tourney announcements today for Master League. But probably leave that till tomorrow now. So I can have time to complete my epic music video that I'm making.